On the sand, my man, the top is open, me and my hammer and a sword. I start stowing, cold as stone, with my roots and breakers sound ready to grow. With a summon to weather the call of the old timers, and said my voice was heard. On the day, recall the game, my man was stuck together and running against so we on the acres. We want to be free from random wrong. Again we remake the matter of slightly nightmare. We serve the king through hello. You're gonna right with me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Barbarian Brunch. This is episode 4. So this is the show that we talk about barbarian stuff, sword and sorcery, a little bit of fantasy. So welcome for everybody that's new to the show. I got some new things to cover this week. A lot of barbarian things coming out. A lot of different IPs and whatnot launching right now. It's exciting times, you know. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of AI stuff out there too that's been going around for like a lot of AI Conan stuff on YouTube, and I don't know, it's funny. But the new episode of Primal launched yesterday. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of that. It's pretty brutal, and it was left on a pretty bad cliffhanger, if I do say so myself. So let me go ahead and show you what that's all about. Let's see. Let's stop that bad boy. I don't know where they're going to take it now. It's I don't know. It's pretty hard to tell where they're going to take it, because you got him coming back from the grave, and now it's like he was sent there for a purpose, and I don't know, man. Now you don't really know what's going to happen. I'm not going to show too much of that though, but let me show you what's cooking with this right now. And then there comes the spear. So in this episode, we left off, and it's just like continuing from the last episode. You have these giant like pig dogs, and for me they're reminiscent of the dogs from Willow. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Willow. Some of you do, some of you don't. They made a new TV show, but I didn't check it out because it didn't have Matt Mardigan in it, and it looked kind of woke, so I don't know, I didn't watch it. But that's what these things look like. Uh-oh, that thing's kicking and screaming. You know, there's a whole village of Spears baby mamas, people down there. They're about to get eaten by this giant pig dog mother, and she's feeding them milk, and she's got to be like 1,000 years old. It's disgusting. And then, you know, there's that little kid right there that's trying to be like Spear. Kid's a role model. And then he got his Spear's got his, you know, his built-in claw now, kind of like Sabretooth or Wolverine. I think it's badass. Can't wait to see wait to see like some more like I don't know, like maybe 3D kind of rendered, you know, like what it would look like, maybe like a model or something like that. That'd look pretty awesome. He's looking around, you know, he had to use a little bit of that slasher. it is. Ugh, she's awake. Here it comes. And in this season too, Fang, she's not having it. She doesn't buy that as Spear. You know, that's not Spear. That's a zombie. You know, that thing's fucking dead. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna associate with him. You know, she even the kids are warming up to him. Hey, what's up, Tank? Thanks for stopping by, man. Good afternoon to all you magnificent bastards and bastards. You too, man. Good afternoon. Over here, it's like 10:44 in the morning. I try to do the show between like 10 and 11. Try to keep it brunch. Already had my brunch. I had some taco, some quesadilla tacos that were really good with breakfast sausage. Thank you. And I got a little Dunkin'. Pretty soon I'm gonna start I don't know, a little Dunkin' latte. Pretty soon I'm gonna start grinding my own coffee beans. But we get out of time around here sometime, and there's not enough time to do it. Oh, thank you, sir. Again, thank you for that. Hell yeah. And then the mother wakes up. That thing's disgusting, and I think it's a formidable foe for Fang. You know, this episode's really kind of built in for her. You know, it's like a good arc for her, sort of just having someone to go toe to toe with in that regard. It's a good arc for everybody. The show's brilliant. It's just past noon over here. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Here she comes. She's going full charge. Love the animation in this show. You can't really tell what size what animal is until they come toe to toe. You know, close enough. See, he's having the memories. There's a lot of memories. You know, I try to put myself in his shoes. You know what I mean? What would it be like if you were a zombie barbarian? You know, and your brain is a machine, so it still has some memory left in it. You know, can't really explain it too much, but it's still there. There's still some form of energy going through there. For those of you that don't know, in this season, it's basically this. He got the same thing Peter got in Office Space. You know, where the hypnotist dies. He has a heart attack. Well, in here, the wizard or the sorcerer, sorry, he dies, and Spear gets stuck in this zombified state. So he's just wandering around. There's still memories. You know, he's still having flashbacks every episode. He's still trying to figure things out. You know, but falling apart, and he's dealing with this primal, brutal world. And right now he's found his wife and his baby mama, and she's pregnant. So. I love that, dude. Yeah, I don't know like which Spear I like more. I like them both about the same. They're both cool. And yeah, so that's, I don't know. I think that's a good spot to end it too. I think that's pretty good little spot to end it. You guys go check it out. You know what I mean? If you haven't checked it out, go watch the show. It's on Cartoon Network, and it's also the new episodes drop. They drop on Sunday night, I think at 6, and then they're over on HBO on Monday. So all you guys that you know have a Cartoon Network, you can check that out on Sunday. Thank you, dude. Thanks for dropping that link for HELWÄR. That book's going to be coming around the mountain pretty soon. In about 3.5 weeks, I'm launching it. So maybe I'll show a little bit of that on here tonight. Thank you, Tank. I appreciate that. Or today, sorry. And then we got another Barbarian book that just came out. I wanted to show you guys. We talked about it last week a little bit, so I wanted to save it a little bit more for this week. Let's see here. This one's over on Instagram. This one, I like the way they're doing. You basically have to DM the guy. It's two dudes working on it, a penciler and a I think they're co-writing it. It's a penciler and an inker. And yeah, you just basically shoot them a DM or comment. And well, let me show you. I'll, let the this one's called Battlestar Barbarian. This one's over here. It's on the Instagram. And this is it right here. Awesome artwork. Definitely like Conan vibes, John Carter, It's pretty badass. This is it right here. Number 1. Yeah, and you can follow the Ghostly. That's his name over on Instagram. And he has them up there. So they're selling them out too. So he's got a bunch of Barbarian books too. He's got this Willie one that used to come out back in the day, I guess. Willie the Barbarian. It's making fun of Steamboat Willie mixed with Conan. Yeah, a Why Not Willie book. So looks super swole. Doing the Frazetta homage. Ghostly, yeah. Look for that green. Oh, Gabe Osley. So that's who it is. Then he's got another one over here too. Let's see here. This is I think it's Conan. This one looks pretty dope too. Conan the Barbarian. Can never get enough of the Barbarians. See, yeah, I want to pick up all these once I get a chance. I think he's out of Kanukistan, like our boy Simon Poutier. Yeah, yep, right. So yeah, totally. And I showed him HELWÄR. So I DM'd him. I want to get one of these books too. So they're sending them out. They're pretty affordable too. I don't know how much. It's probably charging different amounts depending on availability. So just DM them, but they're hella affordable for floppy. So check it out. That's Battlestar Barbarian over there on Instagram. And some people do that, like before they launch a campaign or something like that, they'll just sell them through DM. And then you could, that's a good way too, for you to find out, like, if people are going to maybe pick up your stuff, you could just, have people DM you, and then you could mail it to them that way. Things are changing all the time, so you always get like new ways to sell your stuff. Brew is the best Barbarian. Fight me. Yeah, right. Sergio Argone. I met him. He's a nice guy. We actually lost Robert Duvall, man. That was pretty tough week. We also lost a big member of the community, Felix Haas. He was awesome guy, very selfless, always really upbeat about promoting comics. Used to see him all the time over in Bancroft's chat. Great guy. He would always just like selflessly drop links to my books and a bunch of other people. If it wasn't for him, and man, a lot of people like they probably wouldn't have got their books funded. He was just there promoting, dropping links all the time, selflessly. So God bless you, Felix Haas. I know they're going to be doing a show for him over on Bancroft this week too, so be on the lookout for that. Go over, check out Bancroft's channel, and yeah, they're definitely going to be doing a celebration stream for him. I think it might be today. I got to double check. Don't misquote me. But yeah, he's a great guy. He will be missed. It's been a rough year, man. We're losing a lot of people. Thanks again too for dropping the HELWÄR link. I wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm doing over on Kickstarter, since he pulled it up. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. I'm building out the Kickstarter page right now. I've been working on it. I'm trying to make the page fun, so people go there, and I got some things I'm doing with it. So trying to make it like an immersive experience. This isn't the real. This is just the launch page, but trying to get people to sign up. Right now, I got 23 followers, which I think is pretty awesome. I'd love to get more though. And this is the cover for the book. Sorry, let me. I'm not even bringing it up. I'd like to get more. But right now I have 23 people signed up. So basically, you guys could sign up for that, and then they'll send you an email when I launch the book. If you guys sign up with my Substack, I'll send you an email, and I'm also going to send you a link for a $5 off, $5 off 24-hour link, so you guys can pick up the book for $5 off. But this is the cover right here. It's going to be square like a heavy metal album cover. The whole book will be square, and since I'm kind of slow on the jab right now, or the gab right now, I'll just read this right here. Be it by blade, song, or steed, he is always forged with the heaviest of metals, and if he doesn't, the Hellbinger consumes him. After hundreds of years, Bert HELWÄR has been hunting down bounties throughout the 9 realms. It's his last day on the job, and he's got one final bounty to complete for his warden Helnora of Helheim. And then finally, she will set him and his brother Wreckbolt free. Then it's metal, hogs, and brewskis. Should be no problem, right? Last day on the job always goes smooth. And so for me, that was inspired by Robert Duvall, his last day on the job for Falling Down. That's in my top 5 favorite movies. And that when I was writing this book, I was thinking about that because in that movie, he has to go through so much shit dealing with Michael Douglas. You know what I mean? And it's pretty crazy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Tank. So he has to deal with this. The movie's like circa 1990s. You know, it's like around like the Rodney King riot time. Great movie. But anyways, his name is, I think, Pendergast, if I'm not mistaken. It's Detective Pendergast, and that's Robert Duvall, and he just does a great job in that movie. He's great in everything. But if you guys want, check the book out. This is check out the Kickstarter. Sign up for the notification. That helps with the Kickstarter algorithm. That'll get more eyes on the product too. You know, it's like sharing a link too, even if you guys don't back it, even if you follow it or whatever, you know. But I know how sometimes emails can be annoying. Right here, yeah, you got Wreckbolt. He's up in Helheim right there. That's Hell. Nora, they're about to let him free. Set him free. There you got good old Bert HELWÄR. He's morphing into the Hellbinger right there, and he's about to get down with the with the sergeant at arms right there. So there's a little bit of biker stuff going on in here. Yeah. Also, I don't want to get my hopes up, you know, because I don't like to put other ideas for stories out there for the next books, but I do have some, but I want to worry about this one, you know. I want to worry about getting this first, but yeah, the whatchamacallit, let me get this right here, see if I can do it like that or like that. I'm trying to, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, so I'm going to show you that. Something with the StreamYard now. It's like when you're messing with the there we go. Messing with the little formats, it changes. This right here is going to be a poster. Everyone that backs the book, I'm going to make this into an 11 by 17 poster. You're going to get. So there's that. It's going to be a big black and white HELWÄR poster right there, 11 by 17. It'll be slowly rolled up into packaging when I get it, not completely rolled, but kind of like a low key roll. That's what I did with the Butch Cleaver one. I'll show you that in a second. Well, I'll just do it right now. Let me just stop sharing. So I put that in there with the Butch Cleaver books. So it would be like 11 by 17, kind of like this. Sorry, you can't really see it at all, but yeah. So it's like that. It's pretty big, but I'll have it in the packaging. It's like a fold roll. There won't be any creasing on it. All you have to do is roll it out a little bit for like 5 minutes. Boom. If that'll be in there. I'm also going to have a glow-in-the-dark guitar pick with the Hellbinger's head. It'll be the same picture right here because I think the triangular formation of his horns that goes down with his beard looks great on a guitar pick. And that'll be glow-in-the-dark. So you're going to get one of those for free, and you're going to get a HELWÄR bumper sticker. That way, if you want to, you know, support the band, because that's also the name of the band in the book too. So yeah, go sign up, guys, if you want. Got links in the descriptions for all those. Thanks again, Tank, for putting that in there. I appreciate you, brother. There it is. And then enough of that show for now. Right now I want to talk about a movie that I watched. It was one of the and again, apologize for the way I'm moving through this stream right now, guys. I'm still trying to get familiar with it. It's gonna take me a minute. Excuse me. I watched the Warrior and the Sorceress. And this is one of the Roger Corman movies that was made back in the day. I guess he made a bunch of them. Sword. I think there was like in Argentina or something like that. But don't quote me. And let me pull that up. I want to pull up the wiki on it a little bit. But this is the So we got the poster right here. It looks nothing like him in the movie. He looks more like a samurai in the movie. Let me do the yeah. He looks more like a samurai in the movie. But this is a poster of David Carradine, and then I come to find out that it's inspired by the Kurosawa film Yojimbo. So that makes sense why it's kind of a cross between that and a little bit of Robert E. Howard. That's what it feels like. And in the story, he goes into this village, and there's two warring barbarian tribes. You know, one's on one side and one's on the other, and he has to basically he's playing both sides of it. You know, and they're fighting for water in the middle of this like well in the town, and at the well, also there's these raiders that come in. The raiders are like these reptilian raiders, so I'm definitely thinking they took a little bit of that from Howard. But I want to read a little bit more about this too. The Warrior and the Sorceress was the second entry in the series of 10 films. Okay, Roger Corman produced in Argentina. The first one with Deathstalker. The world of Ura is ravaged by its two sons into a desert. There, two rival warlords of a village, Zeg and Balkaz, constantly fight each other in a battle over the only wellspring in the village of Yamatar. The mercenary Kane, who is Robert Carradine, who was once a member of a now extinct ancient order of holy warriors known as the Homerax, arrives at the town and announces that his skills are for hire to the highest bidder. Kane finds out that Naja, a beautiful sorceress, and her former priestess of the same order as Kane, had been taken captive by Zeg, who pressures Naja into forcing the magical sword of Aura, which he wants to use to rule the land. So I think that the concept's pretty dope. Like I think a remake of this would be really good. You know, I think remaking movies that are like okay but have good concepts is a good, or even remaking bad movies. But I think most people would think this is a bad movie, but they would find some charm in watching it. I did. I thought it was great, and I've said it probably. This is probably like the 5th time I've said this live. Like David Carradine was drunk during the whole filming of the movie, so but he's got the swagger to him, you know, where he just kind of pulls it off, and it's funny, it's hilarious, and the fight scenes are dope because he knows martial arts. In the beginning, too, there's a pretty brutal fight scene where he's doing some decaps, you know. It's rubber, you know, it's fake, they're dummies, but it's cool, and it's a good way. It's almost the most, your character's got to make a big splash when they hit into the story, you know. It almost has to be the most important action scene sometimes in the whatever you're doing, a comic, a movie, a book. It almost has to be the most badass in some ways. Also the end too. But he does it, and it's a pretty funny little fight scene in the beginning. But yeah, the movie was really low budget. To see the development, William Stout was approached by John Broderick to create some production for a small proposed film based on the Gore novels by John Norman. Stout was a fan of the sword and sorcery genre, and it was agreed he would write a script for Broderick based on the film Yojimbo, which Broderick greatly admired. Most people do. Stout did numerous drafts of the script, which was originally called Dark Sword of Thor, or Dark Sword of Tor, then Kane of the Dark Planet. Okay. Stout has stated that this title change has nothing to do with capitalizing on the worldwide popularity of David Carradine's character, Kwa Chang Kane, the protagonist in the show Kung Fu, which he won over from Bruce Lee. Stout also said that Broderick's two choices for the lead were Gary Lockwood and David Carradine. Yeah, that would have been, David Carradine. I keep thinking Richard Carradine. There's so many. There's 3 of them. The role was played by Carradine. The film was sold to Millennium Pictures, the new company Roger Corman formed after Corman sold New World Pictures. Okay, yeah, it was in Argentina. Okay, where he filmed Deathstalker. So I don't know. I think the movie was entertaining. I think they need to do a new poster. The movie needs to be it needs to be like reformatted because it's on Tubi right now. Let me get a link for you guys. It's on Tubi right now. Sorry guys. Let me just look that up real quick. There should be like a Tubi link on there. See if I can find it for you. Hold on one second. That out. Boom. And then I'll put a link right there, so you guys can go check it out. for free. The sword and the warrior and the sorceress. It's hard to say, but it's kind of a good title. It's real basic, but it's good. Sometimes basic titles are the best, you know. And for stuff like this, you need to be you gotta be kind of basic with the titles, I think. You know, personally, that's my opinion. Also, we got another, so to close it out on that, go check it out, guys. I think it's a pretty cool book, a pretty cool movie. The among other things, but the main thing I talked about before is like the set, dude. Like it looked like a little like set from that my kids have. You know, the way the rocks look, the walls. It was so cheap and plastic looking. They needed to add more dirt to the walls because it's in like it's a small city, a small town. You know, and they're trying to shoot it from other directions and perspectives to make it look bigger. There's one shot in there at nighttime where it looks really cool. There's a lot of smoke coming into the camera, and you can see like a kind of like a drawbridge when they're walking. It's kind of like by the well or whatnot, but because of the night and then the smoke, it made it look bigger. It made the town look a lot bigger, and it was a really good shot. But go watch it. Oh, and the movie is extremely short. It's like an hour and 20, like an hour and 15 minutes, like Jonah Hex. I don't even want to get into that, but got some more Barbarian stuff for you guys. Got a new book coming out from Russ Leach, The Atlantean Part 4. I'm going to show you guys this right here. Got a trailer for it. Let's see here. Over on the Twitter. Let me see here. See if that works.
In the time before Atlantis sank, when the lands of this world were savage and untamed, one man would claim his destiny, seizing his place as a king. After defending his throne and learning the devastating truth of the Serpent Kingdom and its deadly cults, King Kull and his right hand ruled the Spear Slayer, make a solemn vow to hunt down and destroy the hidden empire of these serpent demons. These are the tales of those journeys. This is the Atlantean. Tales inspired by the brilliance of Robert E. Howard, featuring his first barbarian characters as introduced in the pages of his classic tale, The Shadow Kingdom. Each volume contains beautifully painted covers and around 50 pages of original black and white art and story, featuring classic sword and sorcery adventures you don't want to miss. Join us on these epic adventures and sign up now for news with the email list at russleach.com. Bring your axe and prepare for battle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the Cole stories are badass too. If you guys haven't read those, the OG Howard ones, go check those out. And then, you know, it's not enough though. They didn't write enough. He didn't write enough Cole. He didn't write enough Conan, but he definitely didn't write enough Cole. So I'm so glad that these guys are taking the torch. It's still lit, and they're bringing it. You know, it's like, yeah, it's almost like the Savage Sword of Cole. That's like the way I look at the book. It's fucking awesome because, you know, we didn't really get enough of it. I want to show you his website too, so you guys can check that out. I got the link in the description right there. It should take you to his Cole centric sector of the website. Let me bring that up real quick. Should put a timer on me. Takes a minute. Boom. There we go. All right. So this is his page right here. Love his website layout. Looks awesome. Such a good artist. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. So if you go down to the bottom right here, you can kind of scroll through the pages. So here's like the first book right there. I love that one. It's got these like werebears. I got a werebear in one of my books too. I'm seeing a lot more werebears. I thought it was so original, but then I it's like, no, dude, you never heard of Bayorn? Or wolf bear. That was like another thing I was gonna do. That's probably what those are. Then you got the hydras right here. This is issue 2. Loving the back cover. Love this main villainess. And that's by our boy Ink Spots. He did the painting on that with the Russ Leach inks underneath. And they haven't put the third issue up here yet. It's probably gonna drop once issue 4 hits the crowdfunding. So issue 4 is gonna be launching in March. Same time, same month. HELWÄR is gonna be going, and then also Atlantean 4. So you're gonna get two Barbarian books coming out for March. So And we're both. He delivers really quick, and I'm gonna be delivering pretty quick too. He'll probably have his book out before me though. I'll tell you that much, because they got their shit lined up. Yeah, they got a machine going with theirs. They're gonna be out issue. Technically, it'll be issue 4, but in some ways it'll be issue 5 because they did the Shadow Kingdom, so they've just been churning it out. Really, it's really admirable, man. With this quality right here, it's very inspirational too. Like you see the ink up there. You can see the different tones. I'm going to be doing that with my book as well. You're going to see all that in there. I love that. Definitely an acquired taste too. It's got to have the right paper. Look at this. Look at the fight sequences. Beautiful work. Just keep going and looking at it over and over. I hope this book goes on forever. I really do. You know, love the fire. Look at that. Oh, so cool. So cool. Yeah, so go over to RussLeach.com. Check it out. He's been dropping stuff every few days. He's been doing updates, like showing some artwork for the new campaign, and they're doing like 3 a year, which I think is awesome. You know, you're basically getting one, you know, every you know, I don't know, not every quarter. There's 4 quarters, but I think 3 a year is perfect. You know, that way they can give them some time to rest. You know, it's a lot of work, man. You know, I'd love to be able to do that. So we got that. I also have some a little bit of stuff too I could share with you guys. Let's see here. Got a little Thundar the Barbarian right there. Let me see if I could do this. Boop. Kind of want to do something different. Yeah, I'm just playing with this real quick, using you guys as a guinea pigs. Yeah, it's kind of small. There we go. Now it's working. All right. So we got Thundar the Barbarian right here. I'm going to be doing a review on this. I'll talk about this a little bit more, but I didn't know he came out before He-Man. You know, He-Man was my Barbarian growing up. You know, it was him and Conan a little bit. Conan I knew of, but I wasn't really allowed to watch it. And the cartoon was like, I just wasn't synced up with Conan the Adventurer. It never came out. But Thundar, man, he's awesome. I've been watching the cartoons over on Tubi. They're free right now. There's only 2 seasons, and Jack Kirby was the background artist on here. I think he was also a lot more, but didn't get credit for. But I got the book right here. It's written by Jason Aaron, and there's no origin story for any of these characters, which is a good thing. I think it keeps it interesting. Just a little hint. That's kind of how I'm doing things with my characters going forward. For most of the time, I think I really want to do that. But he's got this he's got a sun sword. It's a lightsaber sword. This is you know, for those of you who don't know, half you guys are probably going to know already. Sorry. Then you have right here. This is Ariel. She's a see, here we go. I know. There we go. Ariel. She's a sorceress. And then you have I always forget his name. He's like a mook. Forget his or a muck. A mook. I always forget his name. It's like Aura something. Let me see if I can find it right here. Yeah. Because they ride up, you know. And he has like a catchphrase when he rides off. Yeah. Yeah, his name's Ukla. That's his name, Ukla. I was looking at that. It says it right there. What's all this then? Oh, hey, how's it going, the Art and Times, Jay Ryan? We're just talking about Barbarian stuff on Barbarian Brunch. It's a new show I started. It's episode 4. And right now we're just talking about Thundar. And I've heard of Thundar, but I always thought he was a ripoff of He-Man. But now it's like, I think He-Man's kind of a ripoff of Thundar. You know, a little bit, you know. But I think Thundar is a little more metal in some ways. Because it's post-apocalyptic Earth. It's fucked up. It's 2,000 years in the future. You know, so I don't know. I'm digging it. I'm trying to watch like one episode a night with dinner. I'm making my family watch it, you know. Like my son's digging it. You know, but it's way better than He-Man. I'm sorry. The action, everything is way better compared to the old He-Man. I wish I would have known about this back then. But I like the character. It's post-apocalyptic. Jack Kirby worked on it, you know, and I picked up this Jack Kirby cover too. I think it's like forgot the name of the guy I did. I think it's Chow or Chizo or something like that. Let me do it. I don't want to get into it too much because I'm going to review it. Michael Cho, pretty big known artist. But yeah, I want to do a review of this, and yeah, it's a series before He-Man. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, I never gave it a chance. And he's got the magnetic for his wrist gauntlet. His sword, his handle, it just goes right. Chink. Great voice actor too. The voice actor sounds like Charlton Heston, And then you get all the anthropomorphic mutated characters, kind of like Ninja Turtles. I'm not saying Thundar is the first one to do that. They've been doing that since the dawn of time, But it's cool that they're in there. But definitely getting like Planet of the Apes vibes in there. But so far, I really dig it. So I'm about that. And then I know some people that are going to be working on some stuff with Thundar. They're real excited about it. So there's just a lot of really big news about Thundar coming out. I'd love to see a movie or a TV show. I think it would be really cool. And whatchamacallit, that's written by Jason Aaron. He's hit or miss with me. He did a really good. He jammed up Thor and Punisher. He really jammed up Punisher really bad, but he did a great sword and sorcery story with Conan. Really good. It's like something I would style like. Obviously, he's a professional, really good writer, but the concept that he wrote for that sword and sorcery story, it's something that's in my wheelhouse. That's something I would have wrote story wise. It's really kind of grounded, really primal and earthy, kind of Conan the Barbarian story. It's up in the snow and it's good. It's great. It's one of the best new Conan the Barbarian stories. I'm not gonna lie, So we got that. I'm gonna do a review probably this today sometime. I already got that, and then a little Crom news. We're just kind of closing out the show here. I finished Crom the Barbarian. I'm doing a King Crom story. It's gonna be about the size of like a floppy, like 30 to 40 pages. I'm doing 9 pages a year though, so you guys can pick it up in the Crom anthology from cromthebarbarian.com. I don't know when I'm going to be put into the book. They just put out volume 1 right now. I'm probably going into volume 3 or something, but I really want to do that. So what I'm doing is I'm doing live streams of me doing the creation of the page from handmade thumbnails to pencils to inks. So this is page 2. I wanted to do page 2 because page 1's really basic. It's just like a splash page. It's got him sitting on his throne. It's got lettering on it, but I didn't want to spoil it either because it is spoilery. Let's see here. Han Blackstar's origin has an astronaut crash land on an alien planet. Basically, how He-Man family comes to Eternia, right? His mom, she was an astronaut, right? John, yeah. A lot of it's John Carter too, right? He's kind of like the first space barbarian, I believe, as far as I know. But that's what the show's about, getting put up on game and celebrating barbarians. And, again, we talk about sword and sorcery and barbarians and then a little fantasy, and then we'll have guests on. Probably going to have a guest on next week to promote their book. But that's the main focus of the show. So, but yeah, here's the page right here. I finally finished it. This is page 2. There's a lot going on in it. It's just like a basic bitch kind of layout like that. Same camera angle, not couple straight on, couple worm's eye, couple bird's eye. But you get what's going on in there a little bit. Once I start adding the word balloons, it's basically like a fort in front of this mountain that King Crom owns this mountain, and he's mining the salt, and his miners, they're a bunch of soldiers. They're just a bunch of like grunt, like, kind of like what is it, centurions. They're out there, they're working, boom, boom, boom. They hit a vein and it wakes up this salt god. Inside the mountain, there's these villagers that live in there, and starts like an avalanche within within the town, within the mountain, and it takes a lot of them out. And then it wakes up this salt god, So, and that's a massive spoiler. I'm giving away tons of shit, but I wanted to show you guys that page. So that's done. I'm going to take a break from that for a couple months, and then I'll jump back in on another page. The rest of the 9 pages for this year, because I'm going to be doing it probably once a season. It's probably they're going to be action packed. So I kind of wanted to find something that was a little less action packed and more boring, because I think the boring stuff is kind of harder to do. But so is fight choreography. I think is really hard, because when I'm doing fight choreography, even though I'm not good at it, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm still learning comics, but anyway, when I am doing it, like it's a challenge, and I'm trying to think of new ways to have a fight sequence, you know. And I love seeing the choreography. I love seeing the connections and stuff. And in comics, usually it's like you see the swing, and then you just see the guy flying through the building. Like afterwards, you don't see the connection a lot of the times. Nowadays, though, people are starting to do it more with that. But a lot of times, that's what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a fun topic. Plenty to look at. Yeah, it's an evergreen topic. People are starting to really get into sword and sorcery now. It's you know, it's going to be pretty big for the next 10 years or so. It'll always be around though. I've always loved like sword and sorcery. Like as a kid, my dad got me into it at a young age. So it just is what it is. But for me, I think it's a good way to spend like 30 minutes to an hour a week and just kind of talk about stuff. There's always stuff about it, you know, and strictly barbarians too. Like to me, like there is sword and sorcery, but there's kind of like a barbarian dude, you know. It's usually a big dude with a sword, and he's got, you know, beautiful women with him that he's saving, you know. It's kind of the same trope, but it's cool. I never get tired of it. It's fun. There's different ways you can do it. So I'm doing that. I also have this Skeletor versus Thulsa Doom. I did a little vote a few weeks back. These ones are taking me a while. I'm going to try to do it tonight. I'm going to try to get on here and ink up as much of this as I can, but I'm just chilling when I do that. I'm decompressing, and I'm just trying to get done what I can and hanging out with the chat. Doing it live. You don't see my mug during those ones. We're almost done here though. You got Thulsa. He's melting the staff right there. So he's melting his hand, stripping down onto his leg right there. You got Panther up there. He's jumping in because Skeletor is a little bitch, you know. He is when he has to be. He just does what it takes. He's, you know, he's a badass too. But I mean, Thulsa, I think Thulsa could take him personally. That, you know, he's the OG Lich, the OG Lich King. So I got him right there. He's melting that. He's getting jumped by the two of them, but then he's got the Atlantean sword, which I dug in the new Conan. What they're doing with Titan signatures, what Jim Zub did, he wrote that into canon for the new Conan. Conan goes back in time. He gets into this. He gets crystallized in this black statue, and then it transports him into particles back in time into Thul's Thurian age, and they shatter it, and he wakes up, and then he's back in time with Thul, and then they go on a mission. And I don't want to spoil it too much. It's fucking metal. It's dope. It's sick. That first, like, everything he's doing right now with Conan is so awesome. But he knows that, like, people like me, like half the audience now, or maybe even more, maybe 75% of the Conan audience was introduced through the John Milius Schwarzenegger film, and we love that sword. And in the movie, Conan takes a sword from Cole. That's Cole. I guarantee you, I'm like 90% sure that's Cole's sword. So it's referred to as the Atlantean. And anyway, he put that into their canon. So that sword, that Milius sword, it's in that canon, and they gave it to Thulsa. So I wanted to put that in there too, because I love that sword. I need to get one day. Yeah, so there's that. I'm working on Snake Mountain back here, and I'm working on Gray Skull. Now, this Gray Skull is definitely inspired by the Dolph Lundgren film. I think that Gray Skull looks epic, dude. I love like the hangers on there, you know, all like the metal rigging that they have on it. It just looks cool. It looks badass. I really love the Gray Skull design in that movie. If you Google it and just look at the images for it, because it was a matte painting. I think they did a really good job on that. Yeah, that's a fun nod and homage. Yeah, it is. And it's a good, like, organic way to do it. It is fan service, but who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? That's fan service. Woo! I mean, if you find a way to put it in there, who cares? You know, life's too short. You know, it's a fantasy, man. Have some fun. That's the thing I liked about Kirby too. I think that guy, he was just really having fun a lot of the time. You know, like he's just making comic books. So I don't know. I think that's something that we got to do a little bit. You know, I mean, I know fan service could be kind of weird and annoying, but I don't know. Don't look at it under a microscope so much all the time. Have some fun, guys. I don't mean you guys watching, or, you know, I'm just saying generally. And one more shilly shill thing. I'm making these HELWÄR cards for everyone that backs the book in the first 24 hours. You guys are gonna get a free card. Just a random character. This is the Hellbinger. You might get him. You might get Hell Nora. You might get Wreckbolt, his brother, his little bro. You might get Garm, the Hellhound. Sorry. Or you might get Bert HELWÄR. So that's going to be on there. Yeah, right. It's fun. You know, they call it member berries. That's like the bad word. Member berry, or maybe I don't know that too. It's part of it. Part of the whole like overall topic of fan service, member berries, or whatever. I don't know. I hear that online in my feed a lot, but I kind of like it sometimes. You know, I think it's fun, right? I like connective tissue, guys. You know, I like it when I see a video sometimes where someone connects Friday the 13th to Evil Dead to Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, there's a Necronomicon and all there. And was it Conan the Barbarian.com? They did a fun, follow them guys over on Twitter, or official, and also go subscribe to their channel. It's fucking dope. They dude dropped, I think it's probably, I don't know who runs it, but probably Sean. He dropped one on Twitter, and it was who would win, you know, Jason Voorhees or Conan the Barbarian. Obviously it's going to be Conan, but I'm saying he's going to win because Conan's going to get the Necronomicon, and that's in all the 3 of the movies. But also it has a connective, you know, theory of whatnot with Howard and H.P. Lovecraft, and that's an H.P. Lovecraft design was the Necronomicon, you know, and they played in each other's sandbox a lot. So, you know, it's not that far fetched for Conan to get the book, you know. That'd be a fun comic, you know. Not everybody has to read it. Doesn't have to be a big epic, but imagine like a little, maybe a one shot or 2 or 3 little Conan story, you know. That'd be kind of hard to write, but it'd be a fun battle. I mean, it'd be easy to write. Yeah, he gets the book, he opens it, he lights him on fire, yada yada, whatever. But it'd be hard to make it like kind of interesting beyond that, and kind of give him an arc and give Jason an arc and kind of make it, you know. But I like that, those little challenging things that were on the surface level. You're like, oh, that's easy, anybody could do that. But then when you get in there and have to write a story for it, it's like, wow, this is kind of hard. Like this right here, that would be cool. You know, Thulsa versus Skeletor. I think that'd be cool. And try to keep it. Maybe I would try to do it to kind of try to keep He-Man and I would keep He-Man and Conan out, and I would have these guys kind of just be like a power struggle thing. You know, maybe they're both trying to take over one of their worlds, or maybe, you know, maybe they switch places, maybe they switch like bodies. You know what I mean? Like Freaky Friday. There could be a lot of different things, or all of that could happen. You know, it could be like a lot of fun with that. I think that would be sweet. I would have Thulsa like take control of the cat mentally. What was it, that Cole story? It was like the cat in the skull. You know, he didn't really control the cat too much in there, but somebody was like controlling the cat like a ventriloquist, and Cole was listening to it, telling him like, you need to go to this island and save Brule. He goes to this island and dives down in the water, and he has to fight like a shark man. It's fucking metal, dude. Oh, you guys, if you haven't read what is it, The Cat in the Skull, go read it. It's so good. King Cole. Yeah, it's King Cole, or it's just Cole of Atlantis, one of those names, but it's the Cat in the Skull. It's great, and it's, well, I don't want to spoil too much more of that, but go check it out. And yeah, man, this was a fun stream today. Hopefully tonight I can start doing that. Right now I'm taking a little break today. I'm in between jobs, trying to get a lot of stuff done. On a side note, just to like while I'm here, I'm setting up a one of those coffee stores. A lot of people have been setting those things up for all you artists and writers out there that watch, because half of my viewers go set it up. It seems pretty legit. I got mine set up. I haven't really put anything in there, but you can have an artist gallery. You can have your gallery there. You can set up commissions there, so people can commission you. You can take super chats in there where it's called buy you a coffee. That's cool. And you can offer different things. Writers, you guys can set yours up. You can offer writing courses. You can offer editing gigs. You can offer writing gigs. There's a multitude of things you can do on there. I think it's pretty cool, and it's free right now. And I could see them maybe charging for it one day, because it's been around, I think, since 2007 or something. I think it's a British-based company. So far, they seem pretty good. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to put up the first few pages of HELWÄR on there. So I'll probably have a link to that on my campaign on my Kickstarter campaign. So that'll drive people over to my coffee gallery. And then the first 10 pages or so of HELWÄR will be the first 10 pages. That's the way I'm conceiving it. I haven't gone over there and checked out all their, you know, the way they have it all set up, but I want to do that. And then if they scroll down, they'll see my other art. And if they need to, like, I don't know, if they want to commission me sometime when I have time to do it and I want to do it, that could be there. I could have my art there if you want to buy that. So It's a cool thing. It sounds cool. Sounds pretty legit. So go and create a coffee. You know what? Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, give people as many avenues to support you as possible. Yeah, I do agree with that, and I feel like you have to go and look for people, you know. And I think the best way for people to find you have to have like one name, you know. Like I used to have Metal Movies and Brewskis, you know, all these different names, you know. And I'm just gonna like, no, I'll just do Matt Merck, which is Matt Burke. But I think there's 20 Matt Burks on planet Earth, something like that. There's like 20 Matt Burks, so I'm like, I'll just go with Matt Merck, you know. And it sounds pretty fucking metal, so I'll take that. My buddy thought of the name back in the day, and it always stuck with me, you know. Like, I'll do that, you know. So I do that. I have the same little stinking logo everywhere. People can see that; they'll know who I am. Yeah, this orange. I got this new bomber, orange bomber. I love bomber jackets, man. It's been raining like crazy. Yeah, this is the orange. Yeah, so, but yeah, I think you got to really let people, you know, try to find, like, you got to try to find them and make it easy for them to find you. That's be the better way to put it, you know. So you know, they can make it easy for them to make it easy for both of you. And then there's new sites popping up all the time. You know, I have a Big Cartel. I'm selling books on there too. But then I think coffee could be like a real awesome hub, you know, and now it's free. They'll probably charge a little bit maybe one day, but we'll see. But right now, you just got to focus on the now, guys. Focus on what's going on now. And you could do something like that that's quick and easy. Get on there, you know. Like what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lot of pictures of my artwork, and I'm going to put it on the in the gallery, but also in the store. And I'm going to have you. Hopefully, you could see like maybe my trying to make it look real as possible, because a lot of stuff looks like AI now. I was just going to scan the art and on my scanner and put it right there on top and put it in the store, but people might think it's AI now. So I want to try to like have my hand in the picture, you know, where I'm holding it, or do something, dude. So, you know, but I know now even that's hard too. So I'm going to do that though. I'm just going to take a picture of all of them too. And then some people were saying, you don't want it to be too high detail in the first pictures, because they might try to steal it or something, or screenshot it or something, you know. But I want to sell original art. I think a lot of us should be doing that. I think a lot of us in comics and indie comics should be selling as much original art as possible, you know. Hold on to some of it, sell most of it, you know. What are we going to do with it when we're dead, you know? That could be a birthday present or a bill, you know what I mean? You could do a lot with that. You know, it could serve you in the now, you know. Go on a vacation, go to New Zealand or something. I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate everyone watching. The three of you guys watching, you're awesome. I appreciate you and your time. I hope you guys have a great Taco Tuesday. I know I already had my tacos and they were delicious. And yeah, I think now I'm gonna go start snapping up some pictures of my art. You gotta call it something, right? But yeah, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I should be coming out. I should be coming out tonight. Should be drawn tonight, live. Hopefully, I do my late night shows. You know, I gotta wait till kind of quiet and the kids passed out. All right. Thank you too, Art and Times, J. Ryan. Thank you for stopping by, man. Yeah, you guys have a great day. Let's see here. And we should be on next week too with a guest. I don't want to confirm because sometimes, you know, things happen and we might have to cancel and do, you know. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and probably having more guests on too. So that should be fun. It's always good to have some promotion going. But yeah, guess I'll leave you guys with this the same way I brought you in. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. I'll see you guys next time.
Mother said, my bag, the door is open, be advised, never read the sword. I start stowing, cold as stone, with my brew set, ready to sound, ready to grow. will summon to weather the call of the old timers and set my voice once heard. On the day, recall the name of every set together and brother against we on the end.